You know, I never once thought it was possible for them to outdo Yondu's death from Guardians 2, but they somehow succeeded here. So, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is another Guardians of the Galaxy movie, and is supposed to be the conclusion to this epic saga all about family and friendship. Yes, I know, cue all the Vin Diesel and Groot jokes all you want, but in this movie the stakes have never been higher as the Guardians must face off against one of their most diabolical foes yet in a race against time to save one of their own. Guys, I think we can all agree that Marvel has kind of been on the decline since Avengers Endgame. I mean, it's no secret to anybody that their most recent projects have really not been doing that well. Before anyone goes to my comments section and decides to type up a 2-paragraph rant about how I'm wrong, I know that everything they've put out has not been a dud. Spider-Man No Way Home, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, and Black Panther Wakanda Forever were all very good in their own ways. But nothing that's come out recently has really wowed me like a lot of the earlier Marvel projects. And that of course brings me to Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Guys, I love this movie. I have not felt this level of enjoyment watching a Marvel movie probably since 2019. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 was exactly what I thought it was going to be, and so much more. A visually stunning, over-the-top action romp with just a lot of heart, laughs, and a kick-ass soundtrack. Seriously, when No Sleep Till Brooklyn by Beastie Boys hits in this movie, oh man, hold on to your butts. James Gunn has managed to do something that is just really unheard of these days, and that's make a trilogy that gets better and better and better as it goes on. This is my favorite Guardians of the Galaxy movie, and I'm pretty sure I'm not alone in that statement. And you really do feel that this is supposed to be the last big outing for these characters. By the end, everything just kind of comes full circle. That being Drax, Mantis, Nebula, not Gamora though. I'll get to her in a sec. It's also the darkest Guardians of the Galaxy film, I want to say. Don't get me wrong, the other two had some pretty dark moments, but not like this. There were moments in this movie where I was either crying my eyes out or going, well, shit, that's pretty fucked. And as dark as it can be at times, it does a really good job of balancing a dark tone with a more comedic tone. You didn't think this whole movie was going to be depressing, did you? And I really need to talk about Rocket because arguably, this is his movie. From beginning to end, Rocket is the heart and soul of this movie. And in a way, I've kind of always said that he's the heart and soul of the Guardians of the Galaxy team. He's a very damaged character that has a very deep backstory that they've always teased throughout these movies. But in Guardians 3, they just lay it on us. This is why Rocket is the way he is. Honestly, I never thought a conversation between a talking otter and a talking raccoon would make me cry so much. If Rocket does not have you weeping or at least shedding a tear or two, you have no soul, my friend. Which brings me to the High Evolutionary, biggest asshole that has ever assholed in the MCU. Cocksucker of the century, he is a villain that you love to hate just because of how diabolical he is. At least Thanos at times felt like he had a code or at least some kind of moral compass. Not this guy, man. Oh my god. I just wanted to wrap my hands around this guy's neck and just start squeezing. I know PETA did at least, I'll tell you that much. And speaking of dickish characters, Gamora is a bitch in this movie. And I know, this is not the same Gamora from the last two Guardians of the Galaxy movies. That Gamora died, and this is a different Gamora from a different timeline that never got all the character development that original Gamora got. She pretty much acts how you would probably expect a daughter of Thanos to act. I love all the scenes in this movie where Peter is just trying to beat it into her head that they were once in love, but he just can't grasp that this is not the Gamora that he fell in love with. And all of that goes about as well as you'd probably expect it to. So throughout the entire movie, there's this lingering question of will they, won't they kind of going on. And unfortunately for me, it did not go the way I thought it was going to go, and honestly felt kind of anticlimactic. Oh, I also forgot. Adam Warlock is here too. I did like Will Poulter as Adam Warlock because I think Will Poulter is just a good actor. But even as I'm watching this movie, there were moments where I'm like, why are you here? Oh yeah, because you got teased at the end of Guardians 2 and weren't in Avengers Infinity War or Endgame, so I guess they just felt the need to squeeze your golden ass into here. I'm just saying, I felt like they could have given Adam Warlock a lot more to do. Like, he's such a cool character in the comics. Utilize his ass. You know, guys, it's crazy to believe that a few years ago, nobody gave a shit about the Guardians of the Galaxy. Nobody even knew who they were. And over the course of a few years, Gamora, Drax, Rocket Raccoon, Groot, Star-Lord, they are all household names because these movies have made them so popular in pop culture. I never thought that a bunch of characters that I had never heard of before 2014 could mean so much to me now. When I walked out of that theater, yeah, I was a little sad. Okay, scratch that. I was very sad. The last 5 minutes of this movie had me just bawling my eyes out. Part of me wants Marvel to kind of stop making movies right here, but I know they won't. If I had one thing to complain about, it would probably be the music. Can't have a Guardians movie without a kick-ass soundtrack, but it seems like James Gunn is just a little too proud of his taste in music that he felt the need to shove everything into this one movie. That's my one minor nitpick for this movie, but other than that, this is my second favorite movie of 2023, right behind Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. It's just hard to believe that the Guardians saga is over, and holy hell, it was one hell of a ride, guys. You know, I'm really gonna miss watching these characters go off on kick-ass space adventures and beat the shit out of people while listening to cool 70s and 80s music. Ugh, almost ran out of breath right there. Guardians 3 had me laughing, crying, and cheering all at the same time. Just a really good end and a really amazing finale to an awesome sci-fi trilogy. I just absolutely live for movies like this, and that's why Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is a gift from the gods. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching. Drop a like, leave a comment, and subscribe if you're new. And thank you guys so much for joining me on my review for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. I have to go on a podcast here in a few minutes, so I will probably record my review for John Wick Chapter 4 right after that, because I'm ready to be completely caught up. That way when Transformers hits this weekend, I could just review Transformers and not have to struggle so much. You know what I mean? But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Drop a like, leave a comment, and subscribe if you're new to the channel. And as always, I'm the Unbiased Movie Nerd, saying peace, and I'll see you guys in the next review. Excuse me. Peace out, everybody.